What's going on, y'all? This is your boy OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and yeah, this is actually going to be a certain different type of review for you guys. This is actually not any ordinary diecast review. Hell, it's not even a diecast at all. And you guys probably wonder, okay, so what is this guy up to? What's this guy with the big ass, with the big forehead, like, talking about? Well, funny you should ask, because as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of, as I'm going to show you this logo right here, of IMSA. I have been for quite a while, and I actually just recently went to 2 IMSA events this year, the Rolex 24 and the 12 vs. Sebring. And during my time, I actually did saw that IMSA actually, if you guys are wondering, IMSA does have diecast, but they're not actually diecast. They are resin models, which are very, very fragile and expensive. So yeah, this is probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought in my collection. It's like about $185 or so, thanks to Toronto Motorsports. Put them in the link in the description. Do not get this at the IMSA tents. They are a lot more than what they are, and don't want to get you guys ripped off on that. But this is going to be on a special 1/18 scale resin model. For anybody who's a big fan of Race Day 2011's videos, you guys are probably quite familiar with this type of content. So welcome everybody who's just joined. But yeah, this is going to be a resin scale model review of the this very popular livery that a lot of NASCAR fans are pretty much well known by a 7-time Cup Series champion and many more. This is on the 2021 runner-up for the Daytona 24 Hours of Daytona on the Cadillac DPi for Action Express Racing. Really cool diecast. And even though I said diecast, but you know what I mean. I mean, come on, guys. I'm still kind of a newbie when I'm trying to. You know what I mean by diecast. I mean, this is a resin model. But anyways, enough of me going ahead and actually questioning what the hell am I talking about. Let's go and kick up this resin model review of the 2021 Ally Cadillac DPi. And alrighty, guys, we got the resin model out of its box, and let me tell you what, holy crap. I mean, I know it is a lot of money, $180 or so with tax, so it was like almost $200. But let me tell you what, man, the price you get for these resin models are absolutely insane, and there are coming out with many more of these, but I know this one's probably the most popular one because, of the livery, the number, and of course the driver as well, Jimmy Johnson. But, there's also other great drivers are also on here, and the main reason why I got this car is because I'm a big Simon Pagenaud fan, and Simon Pagenaud actually drove this car, as you can see right there. We got Simon Pagenaud, Jimmy Johnson, Kameu Kobayashi, and Mike Rockefeller, which are all great names in different types of racing series. They had 3 out of the 4 of them actually have a really good sports car experience. One of them is just an absolutely madman, Kobayashi. We'll probably get into him in a second. But this is just, I mean, such an eye-catching livery, guys. I mean, the colors and the Cadillac DPIs are actually one of my favorite DPIs in terms of like the horsepower and just how they sound. Really does sound nice. I mean, a lot better than what the new Corvettes sound. But I mean, of course, I would root for the DPIs. I mean, I did last year since Pagenaud drove, but since, I'm a Simon Pagenaud fan, yeah, I actually now am rooting for the Meyer Shank Acuras, which is really cool, which they won the overall race. But yeah, but this car actually only had one good, made its debut last year with, of course, I think mostly because of Jimmy Johnson, because he brought in the sponsorship, and of course, probably that's the main reason why they got the number 2, so that's pretty cool. So a lot of NASCAR fans are absolutely going to be glued to this, be like, oh my god, I gotta have this. And without certain, yes, it definitely is. So, but you guys be the judge of it. $180, you can get this, at various websites, but I got this at Toronto Motorsports. Or you can go to the IMSA tents, which they cost a lot more. It's like $225, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. So save yourself some money, and wish I had a promo code to help you guys out with this, but sadly I don't. So, but I think Replica Cars probably has this and a few others. But Top Speed is actually one of the newest lines. I think they're actually made by TSM, which are also known for the Mini GT lines, which are right above me. So this is pretty cool, guys. I mean, you guys know me, I'm a big fan of what TSM has done with their diecast and the resin models, and this right here is just so cool. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the details that we got, and this is mounted on a base because I don't want to take this off, because yeah, most of this car looks like it's diecast metal, but as you see right here, these are all like plastic pieces that are very brittle, and the slightest touch can probably just snap. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to be very careful with this because this is a very valuable piece, and we do got a lot of dust right here, so I'll probably have to blow all the stuff off. But just look at the amount of detail you get, guys. I mean, yeah, for almost $200, this is what you get, but just the detail on this is absolutely insane. Look at this. You got the headlights, and then coming down below, I mean, I'm going to and probably get a better camera angle for you guys right here, but look at that, guys. That is a beautiful, I just love the look of the Cadillacs, guys. I mean, doesn't that look mean right there. I mean, it definitely was mean in last year's Rolex 24, but this year's Rolex 24, not so good, not so good. I mean, what was it? I think they finished like 11th overall, and they were 22 laps down. Sadly, because of Jimmy Johnson, yeah, Jimmy Johnson actually didn't had a good race in this car for the 2022 Rolex 24. I think he cut a tire, and he got into I think it was coming down to like the 9th hour or so. 9 hours to go, I believe, for the Rolex 24, which me and my good buddy raced in 2011 were at that track, freezing our asses off. So and yeah, a little funny story for you guys. I actually took a nap. I stayed 22 out of the 24 hours. I think it was like 21 or 22 of 24 hours I stayed at the track, and I did a little power nap in a step stool. I'm not kidding you. All right, when you are at a 24-hour race, you are going to do some weird stuff, and yeah, your boy was sleeping on a freaking step stool. Oh man, I swear to God, if my friend Rob has a freaking race of 2011, my friend Rob, if he has a photo of me sleeping on that fucking step stool, oh my God, that'd be the greatest thing ever. But you guys see right here, we got some more detail. Look at this. Even there's detail in the look at this. Yeah, IMSA actually has single lug nuts, but guess what? They were the first, or one of the first they did. Look at this, guys. Even the front splitter, it's all carbon fiber, which is really cool. And I actually have, touched this stuff before. Well, not the actual car, but like when they were throwing out pieces of the car, in the trash cans at the paddock. Yeah, I mean that stuff is really that stuff is very brittle, man. So basically, you got the open-end tires too. I mean, and the headlights, just such a great details we got right here. And then we got look, we got a picture of like a hammer or a mallet. I mean, maybe that has something to do with someone, maybe Rockefeller probably. Let's see the Rolex 24, and see you got the IMSA Endurance Cup, so they were able to run. For everybody who doesn't know, the DPIs don't run the full schedule. They only run like the Michelin Endurance Cup races, which I was at another one of these races. Actually, I was at 3 of the 4 races, actually. So how about that, guys? I mean, I've been to the 6 hours, the 12 hours, and the 24. So, heck, PT Le Mans is next. But this is such a cool livery, guys. And the details on this is really nice. Look at the Michelin tires. No good years in this, that bitch. But they see 48 WeatherTech, IMSA, WeatherTech Sports Car Championships. Do it right. I say they definitely did it right on this. But look at this, guys. This is why I'm very careful, because even this piece right here is resin. Look how brittle that is. So definitely got to be careful when you, grab a hold of these. But there's the name of the drivers right there. There's Jimmy Johnson, the 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. Simon Pagenaud, an IndyCar Series champion and your 2019 Indy 500 winner. Kimayo Kobayashi, oh man, this guy is a absolutely freaking madman. Absolute madman. I mean, you want to see some crazy some crazy moves that this guy has made. Oh my God, Kobayashi, a former F1 driver, and Mike Rockefeller as well. So just such really cool names that we got right here. And I think 3 out of these 4 guys are still with them. But as you guys know, Pagenaud was no longer with these guys as he went up to Shank. I think Jose Maria Lopez, which you guys are well known for him for being in the WEC for the 24 Hours Le Mans. Him and Kobayashi were really good teammates, and that was cool that they were able to race again. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, like I said, I just recently saw this car at the 12 Hours of Sebring, which is really cool. But just look at it. There's even details right here, guys, with the little antennas, and I guess that's like an adjustment bar, I believe, or it could be antenna. But look at that, guys. And there's headlight details too. Just look at this detail, man. And like I said, these antennas are very brittle, so you got to be just super careful with this. But the colors are so bright and vibrant. Look at that. You got the fuel cells right there. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, wow, there's even freaking, if you look closely, guys, there's actually a dash right there. And you can see there's detail in the dash too. Look at that. Oh my God. I didn't even know there was detail in the dash. That is freaking stellar. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but they did. I mean, this is definitely a true die-cast model, resin model. I know I keep saying die-cast, but you know what I mean. But look at that. They even got that's just so cool. And they've got the chrome outline too right there. It's very reflective. So, I mean, this thing has it all. It has the bright colors. It has like the cool pieces to it. You see the LED scoring pylon. Really cool. Remember when IndyCars had that? But just look at the detail in the brake rotors, guys. You can see the branding of the brake rotor right there, of the brake caliper. And just look at that little Michelin man right there. Cadillac. There's even more sponsors right there on, the back of the rear diffuser with the carbon fiber look. I mean, just sharp. Very, very sharp looking, guys. But this is probably the reason why they decided to do this on resin, because let me tell you what, this is probably would have been a bitch to do if it was on the die-cast. But these parts are kind of stable, but I wouldn't take the chance, guys. You got to be very careful when you handle these. But luckily, I'm doing my best to hopefully give you guys the best look as possible. As you know, when you're going to spend $200 on something like this, you got to make sure you definitely see all the fine details. But you see right there, look at this. The detail is still there in the diffuser. You see the rear exhaust right there. And look at this, even the Ally logos. Look at that, Ally. Just, my God, that is just a sharp looking back end right there. That is just freaking nice. And if you're wondering if there's detail underneath, there probably is, but I don't want to take the chance and take this off the base. These things are not meant to, be rolling around and all that stuff. This is a resin model after all. But anybody who's a big fan of the Mini Champs F1 diecast, then you probably are familiar with these, or the Spark diecast as well. I usually don't get them that much, but you know what, man? I kept looking at this thing. I was like, you know what? I'm a Pagano fan. I have to get it. And you know what? A lot of people probably would have loved. I hope you guys are liking this review, because I mean, I know all the Jimmy Johnson fans are out here watching this to be like, wow, this is a cool resin model. I got to get this. This thing has been selling. It has been selling. I mean, for obvious reasons. But just look at that. I mean, I can't believe there's a detail on the dash. That is just so cool, man. Look at that. They even got the wiper too. That is really nice, man. This is the like peak level of like quality right here. So top speed, man. Let me tell you what, you guys did an absolutely fantastic job. And there's many more of these models, guys. This is not the only one. They do have a majority of the cars for the DPIs for last year. I think they have some of the Corvettes too. They have the Mazda. They have the Ganassi. I think the Wayne Taylor Racing as well. I don't know if they have the Mustang Sampling or not. I believe, yeah, they have the Meyer Shank one as well. So, there's quite a few variety you guys can get. I think they do have some Corvettes and some Porsches as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I know this is definitely going to be the fan favorite for sure, because, I mean, just look at this, man. I mean, even when I first saw this car at the 6 Hours at the Glen, I mean, this is the first time I saw it at the 6 Hours, and then I saw it again, twice this year with Daytona and Sebring. There were so many people, surrounding this car, and that's actually when I actually met Simon Pagano once again, and Jimmy Johnson. First time I ever met Jimmy Johnson, and he was so cool. But just, my God, guys, this is just a beautiful diecast resin model. I'm sorry if the camera's a little mobile or shaky, but a 1/18 scale diecast, I mean, look at this. It's literally taking up most of my freaking review space, so yeah. But feel free to post your comments, thoughts below, what you guys think about this review. If I can afford some more, I would, but let me tell you what, these things absolutely take up a lot of space. I mean, it's a 1/18 scale, so if you guys have the Indy cars, you know how much they take up as space. So 124 scale is probably right here to like right there with the NASCARs. So yeah, that's the only thing I got to say. If you got the room for it, go for it, and if you got the money for it, go for it. If not, if these get popular enough, maybe they can make 164s. I mean, I wouldn't mind spending $20 or $30 for something that looks this good in a 164 scale. I mean, Spark's done it, so maybe they can do it with top speed. But very impressed, very, very impressed, and I'm just so glad IMSA actually has, proper resin diecast models, because, we've been waiting for something like this for quite a while. Spark has done it, but these just look absolutely amazing. I definitely say they're worth it, but just, I don't know, pick it at your own risk, since it is quite up there in the money bin. But I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little review on the top speed 1/18 scale resin model of the 2021 Ally, number 48 Ally. They definitely did it right. Cadillac DPi for Action Express Racing. Comment, like, subscribe, and this has been OBB. See you guys next time on another diecast resin model review. And yeah, just keep doing it right, y'all.